Kelvin, when they cut the lead early second half, you called a timeout. It seemed like you guys got the ball to L.J. Moore. What would you talk about in that and change in that?
Get the ball to L.J. Moore. It's a great observation there, Chris. You're on top of that one. Does that pretty much nail it, L? I mean, no. I think well, first of all, West Virginia is really good. There's a reason they beat Gonzaga. There's a reason they beat Kansas, and there's a reason they beat Arizona. They're that good. I think their versatility, like one of the things that we had to adjust to in the second half is they took the big 6'10" kid out, Ware, and they put their pick and pop 5-man in, and he buried 2 threes. Of course, plays work when the ball goes in. You know, it's not the play as much as the kid made the shot. We've run a lot of great plays that, oh, that's a great play. No, it's not. The ball didn't go in. And so we were, and I think both teams was probably in continuous adjustment or adapting to something. But that's what happens when you have 2 really good teams. We had a good game plan going in. But I also knew that L picked up the 2 fouls and that he was ready to go. You know, I think, I can't remember what we ran out of, I think gate 22, wasn't it? We ran one of our actions right away. He was aggressive. You know, our kids are getting much better at playing in space. Milos is obviously better. I mean, it's not November anymore. It's January. And he's going to continue to get better. But West Virginia is really good, extremely well coached. Smalls is you know, we had a good plan. We had a good plan there. And then the second half, getting LJ back allowed us to not have to wear Juan down. You know, and LJ and Emmanuel and Juan carried us in the first half. And then the second half, it was LJ and Juan. But those, you know, kids get tired because they play so hard. And all our kids have weaknesses, you know. I mean, they all have things they're not good at. We try to hide them as much as possible, but sometimes they'll stick their head up, and then we'll just move on to something else. But it's a good win, and we just move on to Saturday now.
Joe, and I wanted to ask you a little bit more about Small. Just starting off, it looked like LJ was on him, and then Milos, and then you switched up depending who was in there. He got those 3 quick threes, and then I think he had one the rest of the game, field goals. Mm-hmm. What was the sort of the?
Yeah, I can't tell you what we did, because if I did, then, you know.
Just how effective.
Yeah, it's you know, we're pretty good at that. At least we should be. We've been doing this long enough. But, you know, we work on things that we may never do. You know, we work on that, what we did. We probably worked on that 20 times this year. And tonight's the first time we did it. But we had it ready. You know, we were prepared. Because you never know. I mean, we work on some things, and our kids, and I explained to them, look, fellas, I hope we never need this. Late game situations, you know. But when you do, I said, what happens if I have no timeouts, or all I have is a 30? I don't have time to come up with something new in a 30. Let's work on some things that you just need a refresher on. So, but it helps to have veteran guys like LJ You know, this is Milos' third year in the Big 12. He's not a freshman. You know, he's a veteran, and he's becoming a veteran here. You know, everything was new for him early. But they made an adjustment on how that once they went to double and one, we either going to use him as a passer or use him as a rebounder, and that's why we went to L, and then allowed Milos to get downhill a few times. But a good thing, the thing that I like what our guys are doing, they're staying aggressive. They're shooting when they're open. You know, they're staying, they're pushing. They're not playing. You know, one of the we've really tried to be better in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. So.
LJ, Coach says you're a veteran. Talk about what it means to get one started early to get your spacing for you to do what you need to do late.
I mean, when Juan got it going, it opens it up for us. So, you know, like I said, when he got it going, we got to get on the ball, and that's what we did. And he kind of carried us throughout most of the game, but mainly in that first half, he was unstoppable. So whenever he going like that, he's going to draw, help defenders, and we got shooters around him to make the team pay whenever they start helping.
Kelvin, to be able to lean on Milos for 35 minutes in a high-level game like that, is that another sign of his growth and, you know, how far he's come? And what did you see from him tonight?
Well, the best way for a point guard to get to my heart is don't turn the ball over. Our best point guards are always, you know, those people consider 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio good. It is good. But our point guards around here have always been as much as 4-to-1, 3.5-to-1. That's a point of emphasis. And the best way to not turn it over is hit singles and stay out of traffic. Traffic's where two or more players are. Milos has figured out how to run the offense without having to do too much. And he does it the way I want it done, which is even more important. But, you know, I think we had 3 turnovers at Kansas State Saturday until the last 2 minutes, and then our bench guys had 1 apiece, so we had 5 turnovers. Today we had 7. I think we're always in the top 5 in the nation in that area. Juan's turned the ball over too much, but he's such a good passer that sometimes, you know, he tries to thread needles. He ain't that damn good. But he gives us another playmaker. You know, like LJ threw a nice pass to him on we had the floor spaced with Manuel and I think Terrence, and LJ threw him a nice roll pass that he took and dunked. You know, that's L being a playmaker. We throw the ball to Juan. If he gets doubled, he passes, and a lot of time the ball starts moving and we wind up with a lot of corner threes. Well, that's not an accident. That's what we're looking for off doubles, post doubles. So, yeah, Joe and Jay, they have their job to do. I thought they were both good tonight. We went without a 5 when they had their 4-man at the 5. So we just chased that matchup. You know, we took the pick and pop away from them and just started switching it. So, but in a game like that, you're constantly having to stay on your toes.
Juwan, you were able to get off to a hot start with 17 points in the first half. What did you see from film or from their defense for you to take advantage of them in the first half?
First, just trying to attack the drop coverage. And I know if I would set a screen, you know, they had to make a decision if they want to stay with LJ or take the roller. So just going into the game, understanding the game plan, and knowing on the post that they play one-on-one. So basically just, just reading the defense, and whatever they give me, I'm just take it.
Anybody else? Good. Coach, Juwan, LJ, thanks.
Free to four, man.